better place. We are smart at what we do to make our world a better place. By the help of God, to make our world a better place. By the help of God, to make our world a better place. Smart do.
Hello students, welcome to our lesson today. I hope you are doing well. That is good. Today we are still looking at Christian approaches to human sexuality, family and marriage. And we are still dwelling on human sexuality. We are on human sexuality. We have gone through some of the subtopics in the human sexuality, the responsible and irresponsible sex. We have looked at the Christian approaches and the traditional African society on the effects on the human sexuality. Now today, I want us to look at the effects of the irresponsible sexual behavior. Last time we looked at the irresponsible sexual behavior and we say it's the misuse of sex. Sex for a wrong purpose. And we look at some of the vices that are examples of the irresponsible sexual behavior. For example, the adultery, the fornication, rape, homosexuality, and so forth. We want to look at what these vices causes to the human being, or to those ones who are involved. Now, the effects, what do they cause? One, the irresponsible sexual behavior may cause death. May cause death. They may cause death. How? For example, one is pregnant, unplanned pregnant, and now this person goes for abortion. And in the process of abortion, the person bleeds and dies. Another thing we say is the drop out from school. Drop out from school, the effects of irresponsible sexual behavior. Once a teen realizes that she is pregnant, she ends up dropping out of school because of that embarrassment to appear before the others with the pregnancy, in that state of pregnancy. The person feels like it's a burden. So they end up doing what? Dropping out of school. Another effect of irresponsible sexual behavior is HIV and AIDS. HIV and AIDS, non-curable, and it can only be cured or can only be kept out of through abstinence. So in this is an effect of irresponsible sexual behavior. One may have HIV and AIDS through fornication, through adultery. You go into having HIV and AIDS. Another effect is STIs, sexual transmitted infections. Sexual transmitted infections. A person may contract sexual transmitted infection through unprotected sex. Remember, when they enter into these vices, for example, rape. Rape is the sex forcefully. So the person enters into the act without any protection and may cause sexual transmitted infection. Another thing may cause abortion. Effects of irresponsible sexual behavior. The person realizes that they are maybe pregnant out of wedlock in adultery. Now the person does not want to carry that shame. She ends up doing what? Doing abortion. And this abortion is the one that can do what? It can cause death. Another thing causes separation of families. Separation of families. A man maybe lives, the parents lives far away from each other. And now, with that act of unfaithfulness, you find that maybe another person, maybe the man impregnates a girl. Now the wife, realizing this, she feels like she cannot continue with the marriage. And that causes separation. Another thing, it may cause psychological problems, the stress, the guilt, psychological effects of irresponsible sexual behavior. For example, incest, the sex between people who are related. You are found in this act, that guilt. You don't feel like you can live within the same community. That rape. You feel like you are being tortured psychologically. These are some of the effects of irresponsible sexual behavior. Now, let us look at the effects of incest. We said the incest is the sex between people who are related by blood. People who are related by blood is incest. Now, let's go to the effects of incest. One, it causes enmity. Enmity between families. Enmity between the families, the two families, the people who are involved, related by blood. So it will cause enmity. Another thing, it causes guilt. Guilty for the parties involved. They feel guilt in the family. You cannot even appear anywhere in a family gathering. Why? Because you impregnated your sister. Another thing, HIV and AIDS is another effect of incest. The unprotected sex maybe, because it's the HIV and AIDS. The STIs is another effect. So incest, another thing incest causes very strongly. Incest causes psychological problem. You find out that the people involved, they are stressed. They cannot even appear anywhere. The society looks at them like the devils. It is a taboo. So they feel like they can no longer live in the same society. So let us look at the effects of rape. Rape is a sex forcefully. You forces one into the act. One, it may cause to unplanned pregnancies. You are being forced, and what does it happen to you? You end up getting unplanned pregnancy. Another thing is HIV and AIDS. The person may contract HIV and AIDS, maybe you are raped, but the person infected. Another thing is STIs. Remember, these effects are more or less the same. Effects of rape. Effects of rape. It may cause STIs. Another thing, effects of rape. It may cause guilt. It may cause hatred. Guilt or hatred in the person involved. Maybe if it's a lady, she will hate men forever. The person feel like, oh no, men are not human. They are always inhuman. The act of rape. Let us look at the effects of fornication, the sex between people who are not married. Fornication, the effects of fornication. Fornication is the sex between people who are not married. One, it may cause unplanned pregnancy. Another thing maybe, it may cause HIV and AIDS. HIV and AIDS, that is common. It may cause STIs, sexual transmitted infections for the person involved. Effects of fornication. Another thing, it is guilt. It is guilt. You look at the person, you feel guilty. Effects of adultery. Effects of adultery. may cause wastage of family resources. Family resources. Adultery causes the wastage of family resources. How? You find a man, instead of investing in developing the family, the person will engage in is now a sponsor, sponsoring almost 10 girls at the same time, 10 ladies at the same time. Now, you find out that the person does what? Wastes the family resources. Another thing may cause separation. Separation of the family. Find the family separating because of what? Because of unfaithfulness. If one party comes to realize, they end up doing what? Separation. Another thing may cause, it is HIV and AIDS. As usual, HIV and AIDS. The person going out unprotected sex with so many parties may cause STIs, another thing, and so forth. So the effects of irresponsible sexual behavior we just draw from the society. We said in this Form 4 syllabus, we are just looking at things happening in the contemporary society. Things that you are meeting every day. Things that you encounter in the society. What you see, what you hear. Now, the answers are always from the environment, from the society within us. Now, with all this, continue looking at the effects of irresponsible sexual behavior around you. Have a nice time.